Hey everybody, welcome back to Birch Creek Homestead. I just wanted to show you a May update on what our garden looks like at our 3-acre garden and what we've got planted, how far along the plants are, and what it all just generally looks like layout wise. So let's go take a look. So starting at the root side of our field, we have radishes. We have a sown in acre of turnips right next to the radishes because these guys are coming out this week. We have a row of carrots. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's what is that? Beets. Row of beets, and then we have some carrots. So carrots, 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 more carrots. Then we have some carrots, and then right here's carrots. And to change it up, we've got carrots. And to really actually change it up, we have another row of some radishes. Those are a different variety than the ones over there. And these probably are going to be ready soon too. Yeah, they've got probably a week to 2 weeks left. These are pretty fast growing radishes. Over here we have several varieties of garlic, softneck and hardneck alike. We've got a row here. As you can see, it's got a lot of weeds kind of laid over in it. That's because I just got done mowing right here with a weed eater. And that's part of what we do here. We don't have any kind of spray or anything like that. So we do everything mechanically as far as weeding is concerned. So everything we can't hit with a tiller or a hoe, we weed eat. And so here we have more garlic. We've got some garlic and onions, followed by onions. So we've got, what is that, 3.5 rows of garlic and onions. Now we're gonna head back behind this to look at the potatoes. So here we have 4.5 rows of red Pontiac potatoes. The rows, I think, are about 120 feet long each. So that's what 100 pounds cut in half potatoes look like. Next to that, here we have, you can tell there's a difference. It's a weak difference in growth. This is Yukon Gold. Same size rows, same poundage of potatoes, 4 rows of that. I don't know why I didn't come to 4.5. Probably the potatoes are bigger and I was just cutting each of them in half. So that's how it worked out. But they're coming along nicely for where they are here in May. So now we're gonna head off to the other side of the field and I'll show you the other stuff. Okay, I call the side of the field over here our roots side, starting at our high tunnel. Everything on the left in the front here is considered our higher turnover stuff, except for the stuff that's actually under the high tunnel. But the stuff behind that is gonna be our some of our full season stuff. So here we have full season stuff as well. As you can see, this is tomatoes. So we have about 75 tomato plants. And there in the back, we've got some bell pepper and some Anaheim peppers as well. Moving past the high tunnel, we have some overgrowth. There's kale in here, but man, is it getting hard to weed with all the rain we've been having. It's actually going to rain here in about 20 minutes, which is why I'm making the video now, because it's nice and cloudy and I was down here anyway. But we have mustard. That's looking pretty good. We've got Packjoy, which is trying very hard and desperately to bolt on me before I can pick it. We've got kohlrabi, which is coming along great, as it usually does. This is my first year trying Mizuna, which is here on the left, and it's, as you can see, bolting, not quite as bad as the Packjoy, but we have another patch up the hill that's bolting a lot worse than this. And I maybe underestimated how much of a cool weather crop it is. I'm not sure, but it is really tasty, and even as it's bolting, I'm picking it, so we'll see how it does. But to the right of that is 2 rows of arugula as well. Again, trying to start bolting, and it will here in a couple of weeks. We've got a dead patch. This is for I can get up the row with a tractor. We've got some buttercrunch lettuce, and it's looking great as always. Then we have 2 different types. I think one's called a contender, one's called Bush Lake. 2 types of green beans here sown in. And these are each 90-foot rows because they are just from one end to the other of my high tunnel. That's how I measured them. So 90-foot rows of that. Another dead patch because I wanted to definitely have enough room to be able to water and things. So now we come to our first really long row. This is about a 250-foot row of Bush Lake green beans, followed by same size row of red kidney beans. And our next little patch is kind of up here. It's just above what I've been calling our high turnover stuff. So I'm gonna walk up there and I'll show you that. Okay, here we are on some of the longer season stuff. As you can see, the high turnover stuff is right behind me. And so we go all the way up to where our corn is at the top, and I'll show you that as well. But these are about 120 feet rows. So our first row right here, and each of these are a tractor width apart so that I can come through and cultivate. But this is okra. And I don't know if you can see that, it's just coming up. We have one row of that, and we have a second row of that. Past that, we have zucchini. And that, as you can see, is germinated as well. Past the zucchini, we have a row of squash. That's a summer crookneck squash. And we've got a row of dill. And I just sowed this dill in this past week, so it looks like it's not germinated yet. Past the dill, we have a row of popcorn. And looks like that's not up yet either. I sowed the dill and the popcorn at the same day. So those aren't in yet. All right, let's walk up to the corn and take a look at that. Okay, here we are at the top of our hill. As you can see down there, we've got our high tunnel and we've got the stuff that we just looked at, our squash and zucchini and okra and stuff. Here we've got corn and it's going this direction. So there's our corn. This is the first stuff I sowed in. There's a row, a second row, there's a third row, a fourth, and then I waited a couple of weeks and I sowed more in. And it looks like that stuff's not up yet. Well, actually, yeah, we're starting to come up. So that'll be up before long. We've got a third row of that and a fourth row of that. Yeah, you can see. There it is right there. So it's just starting to come up. And behind that, right here, we've got a half an acre of rye going all the way down, one long row of rye. On the other side of that, we have one long row, same size, half an acre of wheat. And this is what our rye looks like so far. Coming along pretty good. I'd say it's about chest high on me. I'm not a real tall guy, but there's some stuff out there that's taller than me. So it's coming in nicely. What we're going to do with our rye and our wheat both, the plan anyway, is we're going to take a 75-year-old combine, pull behind combine, and let's see if we can use it to harvest our crops and turn it into flour. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's a cover crop. So really no harm done, but that's the plan. So that's our garden as of, what's the date? May 13th, 2024. This is year 2 of our CSA program. We just started our spring program. Most of our spring program is going to be using vegetables that are up the hill on our smaller garden. We do have a smaller membership cap. Summer program is going to see pretty much everything that we showed you out here plus more. So we'll probably give updates as we go, as the growing season lengthens and we see some of this stuff start producing. Well, the rain's coming and I can feel the raindrops. I just heard thunder, so I'm gonna go get cleaned up, get some of this grass stuff off me, and we'll catch you on the next video. God bless.